Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Hong Kong has found 14 pro-democracy activists guilty of subversion in the largest use yet of a China-imposed national security law. They include former lawmakers Lung Kwok Hung and Helena Wong, journalist turned campaigner Gwyneth Ho, and ordinary Hong Kongers who joined the mass protests in 2019, such as nurse Winnie Yu. They were among the 47 activists charged with trying to overthrow the government by organising an unofficial primary in 2020 to pick candidates who can run for office. Israel's military has said it has taken control of the strategically important buffer zone along the Gaza-Egypt border known as the Philadelphia Corridor, meaning it now controls Gaza's entire land border. A spokesman for the Israeli Defense Forces said about 20 tunnels used by Hamas to smuggle weapons into Gaza had been found within the zone. Egyptian TV quoted sources denying this and saying Israel was trying to justify its military operation in the southern Gazan city of Rafah. The announcement comes during a period of heightened tensions with Egypt. He described the corridor as a lifeline for Hamas, through which the group regularly smuggled weapons into the Gaza Strip. A mayoral candidate in the Mexican state of Guerrero has been shot dead in the latest attack on an aspiring politician ahead of this weekend's elections. Alfredo Cabrera, who was running for mayor in the town of Coyusa de Benitez, was killed by a gunman at a campaign rally. The run-up to the vote, in which a new president as well as members of the legislature, 9 governors and almost 20,000 local officials will be chosen, has been the most violent in recent history. More than 20 candidates have been killed and hundreds more have been threatened. The first results have been announced from what is seen as South Africa's most closely fought elections since the African National Congress came to power 30 years ago. With results from around 14% of voting districts counted so far, the ANC is leading with 43%, followed by the DA with 26%. The radical EFF and MK parties of former President Jacob Zuma are both on around 8%. Final results are expected over the weekend. Authorities have warned that power cuts could last for days in Texas, where hundreds of thousands of homes and businesses remain disconnected from the power grid after severe weather. A teenager died on a construction site when a partly built house collapsed in a storm. Texas was among the states earlier battered by deadly storms and tornadoes over the Memorial Day holiday weekend, during which at least 24 people died.
Strong winds actually pushed that American Airlines plane.
Meanwhile, video of a plane being pushed away from an airport gate in Texas has gone viral. Video shows the American Airlines plane being blown sideways at Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, with its door open and its wing almost hitting a passenger bridge. In a statement, American Airlines said several of their aircraft were affected by the severe weather, but there were no injuries. And a judge in the US state of Michigan has been left in a state of shock after a defendant appeared for his remote court hearing while behind the wheel.
Are you driving?
Actually, I'm pulling into my doctor's office, actually. So just give me 1 second. I'm parking right now.
Corey Harris, who was charged with driving on a suspended license, joined the call from a moving car.
You stationary?
I'm pulling in right now at this second. Yes, I am.
So maybe I don't understand something. This is a driving while license suspended?
That is correct, Your Honor.
And he was just driving. And he didn't have a license.
That is what the charge is, Your Honor, yes.
The judge revoked Harris's bond, and he was ordered to turn himself into the local county jail by that evening.
I don't even know why he would do that. So defendant's bond is revoked in this matter. Defendant is to turn himself into the Washington County Jail by 6 p.m. today. Failure to turn himself in will result in a bench warrant with no bond.
And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.